Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be across this beautiful blue-green globe of ours. Welcome to a special Tuesday edition of Real News Live. I'm your host, Mike Barra, in almost at Seattle, Washington, Las Vegas, Nevada. It's great to have you guys with me today. Okay, what I thought I would do, we were originally going to do something with the ladies from Mike Barra Pets, but unfortunately, I got screwed up on the date and the time. So that was supposed to be Thursday. However, Thursday I'm having Andy Scheckman on at the same time. So we're gonna do Andy, and then we got to figure out a way to do a makeup with Diana and Kristen from Mike Barra Pets, because they have some excellent products that you guys all ought to hear about. So I thought I would come in here because there was a lot of stuff happening that I wanted to talk about. In the news and in the discussions that I think we should address one way or another. Let me start by sharing just basically what I put on. Hi, let's give people a few minutes to get in here because everything is slow on Rumble and it's slow on YouTube because they don't give out any information anymore. They don't really let people know that we're on. So basically, I'm going to go back through Telegram and read you some of the stuff. Hi, Jocelyn Ann. Hi, Ray Richmond. Jumpin' Jupiter's here. JCB Free. Ray Richmond. Jacqueline Ann. Jacqueline Ann? Yeah, nice to meet you guys. So it's great to have everybody here. Of course, the news we're all waiting for is the RV news. Let me see if I can pull in a video that I have stored. Where is it? From Mark this morning. This is Mark Z this morning.
Expectations today on the bond side. Most of that will start occurring around 2 or 3 in the afternoon is what I am told. That is my fresh update. I had one that I was hoping, because of where they are located, that they would go earlier. But they have a late appointment. They have a 7 p.m. appointment where they are at. But they're on the other side of the ocean. So I don't have an update on them until 1 or 2 this afternoon. Hopefully we'll have some fun stuff. There's a tremendous amount of expectation. Some of the stuff that I didn't share yesterday because I didn't have their permission to share it, we'll know whether it's true or not today, meaning did they or did they not get paid. So we should know that conclusively by this evening. Some good solid stuff out of Iraq, which I am.
Okay, so that is the news from Mark. All of the news that I thought was relevant. I think the key thing here is on the bond side, people are expecting to get paid or get their contracts today. I have 2 bond people, one of whom is waiting for a contract, one of whom is waiting to have his funds released. He can actually see them. What I got was operation in progress. I got that they are expecting liquidity today in their bonds. So that was exciting stuff. But another piece of information I got, let's go back over to, let me just go through Deb Meyer here. JCB Free says, I subscribe to both YouTube channels and it'll always let me know when you're coming on. It doesn't let you know it beforehand because it used to let everybody know beforehand. And then there's Big Soft Washes here. Great Monday Night Football game last night. Yeah. I don't think I think Blake and Brian are going to be using the restream today. So I may not be able to get on today to do a Seahawks video, but I thought, unfortunately, the officiating affected the game. I think the Seahawks had chances to put more points on the board. They didn't play well yesterday, um, but there were some there were at least three absolutely bizarre calls that probably led to scoring opportunities for the Seahawks. So what I think it comes down to is that the last drive where they had the ball, they probably should have had a chance to win the game. Didn't seem like the refs wanted to let them do that. And you know, I'm going to talk about this on the football show with Brian on Thursday. I'm just tired. And speaking of his Browns, the Browns got screwed out of the game-winning touchdown. Absolutely screwed. And you know, are our sports just as fixed as our politics? I think the answer is increasingly becoming obviously yes. All right, so let's get into what Telegram news we have today. Let me slide over to Mike Barrett chat here and share these stuff on the screen, these things on the screen, so that we can all see them. Okay. Okay, let me make that bigger so it's easier to read. That's not gonna. Will that do it? Yeah, it'll do it. Okay, so I had to kind of read some people the riot act here. So I just want to let everybody know that look, the Telegram chat, Mike Barrett chat, is here for us to share information. It is not here for you. Well, let's just read through it. Just a reminder about this chat. We're here to share information as we hear it, have fun, and support each other. I think it's if you think it's your job to be a Debbie Downer and cast doubt on everything posted here, find another chat. If you think it's your job to play gotcha with all of the good people sharing what they hear, find another chat. I have a lot of that shit. Oh, I'm not finding anything that supports that. Okay, great. Get the fuck out of here. If you think you can criticize me, Jen, Batman, Ron, Wolvie, or anyone else we love, find another chat. If you're an uptight, middle-aged Karen who thinks it's your job to judge everyone else and comment when their behavior doesn't meet your standards, find another chat. We're here to drink beer, eat steak, watch football, smoke cigars, and enjoy the pleasures of the beautiful women that God put upon this beautiful blue-green globe of ours while we sort through the biblical times we live in. I hope that's clear. Meanwhile, here's another video of an info babe with a hot body reporting from the hurricane zones in her bikini. Yeah, okay, that's a great video there. Personally, I don't think this is an actual. I don't think that's an actual reporter. It's just a girl pretending to be a reporter. Yeah, and I got some snarky comments from the Karens, and I'm just like, okay. All right, so let's get to the news that we have. A good source reported to me that the Iraqi Supreme Court has told al-Sudani and former Prime Minister Nouri al-Maliki that, and it's not Maliki, you dumb shits, it's Maliki. Nouri al-Maliki. That they'll be arrested if they do not revalue the currency by Tuesday. That's today. It's still Tuesday in Iraq. It's going to be Tuesday all day here. We're early in Tuesday. On the flip side, another high source put the chances of an RV tomorrow, when I posted this last night, today, at about 15%. But it should be a good day for the bond people. That's consistent with what Mark Z said. That's consistent with what I'm hearing from my two bond guys. Mike Barapet's stream, that didn't happen. And if I have more news, then I will share it. So that information came from a backroom source that has backroom sources in Iraq. That and by the way, here's Lucy. This is Jim and Regina's new little pet corgi, Lucy. She couldn't be more adorable. Anyway, that information comes from an Iraqi source that says it is true, that they have been told, revalue the currency today, announce the rate, or go to jail, that that's their option. So we shall see whether or not they're going to go to jail. Jen told you public rate would be announced today on Gentel. And we should go back. We should go back and look at the Gentel from yesterday just to remind everybody. I don't know if Jen's doing a show today. I don't think she's doing a show today. Okay, there's that. Let me see if I can make that bigger. There we go. Okay. So yesterday's RV news was from Archangel Michael. Look for a posted rate for the IQD of October 1st Eastern Time. Okay, that means we have until 9 p.m. Pacific to hear about a posted rate. That is 11 hours and 13 minutes from now. So Tuesday is not over. So stay in faith, stay in belief, understand that. Look for a posted rate for the IQD October 1st Eastern Time. Announcements to follow in country. It may take a week for others to follow. Waiting on a call from the Admiral, that would be Donald Trump, we believe. He has a coin to initiate the flip, the conversion to sound money. Well, that should involve what I've always often talked about, which is taking a 0.9999 pure silver coin to the Federal Reserve window in the denomination of, let's say, $36 trillion and saying, here, your paper debt is paid off with real money. Then there's stuff about the USA being on high alert. There's a command unit in the North Sea that will create the illusion of war. That would imply Russia. But she got China. And then there will be some issues with stuff on the ground. So what I want to emphasize about this is that it is a long day on Tuesday. And here's the other thing. If the announcement is to follow in country, so let's say it goes all the way till 9 p.m. Eastern, or sorry, midnight Eastern, 9 p.m. Pacific, and there's an announcement at the last minute. And then there's a public announcement in Iraq. That's Wednesday in Iraq. Well, what happens on Wednesdays and Saturdays in Iraq? They put out their Gazette, the official newspaper, and laws and changes in the laws and so forth are not official until they are physically published in the Gazette. So that timing would work out perfectly. So where we are is we're in a situation where the timing is all set up. All set up for this to go today. Even though my most trusted source is telling me he thinks there's only a 15% chance of that happening today. By the way, don't forget to visit our wonderful sponsors, the CBD Gurus. Don't forget to visit our other wonderful sponsors, Mike Barrett Pets. Don't forget to get yourself a Ledger Nano wallet for your hardware wallet for your currency. I have one, and if you buy one, I get $10 of free Bitcoin, and you get $10 of free Bitcoin. So who could ask for anything more? Don't forget to visit ACN.com, my link to Impact Health Sharing. And don't forget to go to jenniferfala.com. So all that stuff is cool. And join me in the Telegram chat at Mike Barrett Chat, but understand there are a few rules. They're not rules. I don't have any rules in my chat. Just, be a decent human and not be a dickbag, and you won't get banned. All right, let's go through, take a few questions, see if there's anything we want to talk about here. Mike, did you hear Mark say if bonds go, that would mean we would be 3 days beyond that? I did not hear that specific thing, but that has been discussed many times. There are other people who say 7 to 10 days after the bonds go, and the bonds are supposed to go today. JCB free. Well, now that I think about it, you're usually live for a minute, then I back up to the beginning. So no, it doesn't. Yeah, see, it used to inform people 10 minutes before, 20 minutes before that we were going to go live, and it never does. Hello, Cool B. How are you? Mary Peterson. Yeah, Zim and German bonds today, Chinese bonds tomorrow. Also hearing that. Those are going to finance the RV to a great extent. Lions won, yeah, 42-29. Lions won. I didn't think we were going to win this game anyway, but I would have liked to have it decided by the players on the field, not decided by 3 or 4 bad calls. DK Metcalf caught a 2-point conversion, which we shouldn't have been going for. We should have just kicked the extra point to make it a 7-point game. But he caught it, and not only did they say it was incomplete when it was clearly complete, they didn't review it, which they're required to do. and they didn't review it. So they took 2 points away from the Seahawks there. So that would have made it 42-31. And then there was an offensive pass interference call on Tyler Lockett, which was a complete joke. All he was doing was running a pass pattern. He didn't block anybody. He didn't interfere with anybody. The ball wasn't even in the air, so it can't be interference. That took away a fourth down conversion by the Seahawks. On a drive, they might have got 3 more points or even a touchdown. So let's say then it's now, 42-34. And then DK Metcalf was just absolutely mugged. Total pass interference in the end zone. Didn't get it. They would have had the ball at the 1 yard line, probably would have scored. Seahawks had a chance to win that game if the referees had done their job properly. I'm not saying that's why they lost, but we'll see. Do I know anything about the Chinese bonds? I know they're expensive. I know there are massive, massive numbers of counterfeits out there. I would be, I will not buy any. Okay, I will not buy any because I think the odds that the ones you're buying now are counterfeit are about 90%. So I would not invest in Dragon bonds at this point. Others may say, yeah, you should, but I don't know about that. Okay, remove that source. So let's slide over to Rumble, see what anybody has over on the Rumble side of things. Is there any chat? There's no chat on Rumble at all. So nobody has any questions. So, all right, guys, we'll give it about 5 more minutes. If you have questions, we'll go through them, and that'll be it. Mary Peterson, do you take the dinar to the bank? Do take dinar to bank tomorrow or Thursday? I don't know. This is a scenario we talked about yesterday with Jen. If only the dinar goes, or only the dinar and the Zim goes, I'm going straight to the bank. I have a number in my head that if I can get to, it will be enough for my own personal use for the rest of my life, and no humanitarian projects, whatever. I'm just taking it. I'm just taking it. Do I want to wait for higher rates? Yeah. Will I cost myself money? Yeah. But look, here's the thing. First tier of wealth that you can obtain. There's a number I have in my head, and at that number, I can own an expensive house, drive a Ferrari, vacation anywhere I want, get myself a beautiful trophy wife, and I can make documentaries and small films, and have a publishing company, and have a live events company, and I can finance all those things with no problem. So if I reach that number, here you go. So if it's only the Zim and the dinar, I'm giving them enough to reach that number. And then after that, I'm going to hold the rest of it and see if there is a big GCR. So we could have everybody's convinced that it's going to be a full GCR, including Jen. And they may be right, but I'm not waiting for that. If I can go to the bank right now and get 391 for my dinar, they can have it all. If I have to wait 2, 3, 4 days to go to a redemption center for my dinar, I'm not doing it. If they give me $391 today, I am taking that over $16 on the dinar in 3 days. Why? Because 3 days may not happen. Something may happen to screw that up. And $391 is enough for me to live a very comfortable life. Not the life I just described to you, but a very comfortable life. Well, okay, I hear 2 things on the currencies. I hear just the Zim and the dinar are going first. And this week is what I keep hearing from everybody. Just the Zim and the dinar. And then the other option I hear is no, everything's going at once. Nobody knows. Do I have Zim? Yes. I think I just said that. I have lots of Zim. And I have Zim aggros. Jen's stream opens before she broadcasts. Yes, it does. Because she's doing it from StreamYard. And I'm serious to consider getting rid of Restream and switching to StreamYard. Rexy asks, Mike, do you think we need some event to happen so we can revalue? I do not. What's your opinion? I agree with you. No, we don't. An event will cover the revalue. It will provide cover for it, but it's not necessary. It's not necessary. Hi, Victoria, coming in here at the end. All right, slide back over to Rumble and see if anybody has any questions over there. No, we have just 92, 93 viewers over there. 90. No, no questions. Okay, guys, I think that is going to wrap it up for the quick news update. Again, I was expecting to be on with the Mike Vera Pets girls. I screwed up. Schedule got messed up. We're going to have to reschedule Kristen and Diana. And I wanted to talk about the Alien event coming up, which is, let's go with alienevent.com. And Alien Event and Biomed Expo, which is taking place on October 17th through the 30th. So 17 days from now. We'll be there at the Alexis Park Resort here in Las Vegas, Nevada. That's just off the strip. We got ET Disclosure. You can get your tickets at alienevent.com, or you can follow. I should actually put the link in the description. It's going to be me, Carrie Cassidy, Brad Olson. Unfortunately, Julia Cayman's not going to be there this year. She's a doll. We love her. And we've also got the Biomed Expo, which is associated with that, in which you'll be able to use one of the new electromagnetic med beds. So, alienevent.com, Alexis Park Resort here in Las Vegas, October 17th to the 20th. There's a banquet and a dinner on Saturday and all kinds of cool stuff. Just go to alienevent.com and pick up your tickets. Okay, any last minute questions here? Lockett was blocking downfield on a pass play. No, he wasn't. He was running a pass pattern. The guy ran into him. That's not blocking. And the ball wasn't in the air, so by definition, it can't be offensive pass interference because the ball wasn't in the air when the contact was made. DK Metcalf did pass interference in the end zone against the Lions. There was no call. Some pass interference calls on Arnold were not PI. They were all PI, and the one on DK was egregious. That was the most obvious pass interference in the end zone you could possibly have. Refs just didn't want to call it. Okay, yeah, can't go to the bank until the dinar shows on Forex. I don't know that that's true. I think the Forex is overrated. The Forex is definitely overrated. I don't think it's a critical aspect of this thing. All right, $10 from Ruth Ann Carlisle, Rumble Rant. Thank you, Ruth. I had to grieve the loss of professional sports years ago. Go to a high school game. It'll be back. It'll be back. Yeah. Ruth, I understand because I think most professional sports are fixed. They're getting more fixed all the time. Like the behavior of the officials last night just indicated to me that they were going to make sure the Lions beat the spread. That's what I think was going on. I think the Lions would have won the game anyway, and I expected the Lions to win, and then I predicted before the season even started the Lions would win this game. But there's just too many shenanigans going on. I mean, the Cleveland Browns game, go back and look at the Browns-Raiders game, and in the fourth quarter, Deshaun Watson hits a guy for the winning go-ahead touchdown. Could have been the winning touchdown with Cleveland's excellent defense. And they took it away on a holding call, and then they show the replay, and there's literally no holding anywhere on the offensive line. None. Nothing you could even manufacture in your mind into a holding penalty. Nothing. So you got to either look at it one way or the other. Either the referees are completely incompetent, in which case they should be fired, or they are compromised, in which case the NFL should be brought down and Roger Goodell should go to jail, which I would love to see, because he's ruining football. It's a shame. Yeah, it's a shame, Ruth. We're losing the integrity of what was once a great game. So thank you for the Rumble Rant. I appreciate that. $10. Okay. Yeah, Paul Martin says refs call Refs call penalties according to prior instructions on how the score should be at various points in the course of the game. It's all fixed. I'm beginning to feel like you're right, Paul. It happened on one of the college games last weekend. Yeah, you can take the you can take the best case scenario and say no, the referees are just being pushed and pushed to call more penalties by their organizations, and there's nefarious reasons behind that, for safety. But in reality, what they're doing is manipulating the outcome of games. And this has gotten way worse since the NFL got into bed with gambling, with Vegas. Gotten way worse. Do you think that's a coincidence? I'm not sure. I do. The other thing is that I think there's a bigger thing here, a bigger conditioning going on, which is that you are not to question authority. And I think the referees are being used as authority. We will decide who wins through the use of our officials, and you will not question it. It's a $500,000 fine in the NFL to criticize the officials. A couple years ago, the Chiefs played the Bengals in the playoffs. Bengals were going to win the game, pretty much. Penalty on the Bengals for roughing Patrick Mahomes, who was running, and they zoomed up on the coach of the Bengals, and he goes to his player and he goes, "Let it go, let it go. It's rigged. It's rigged." You can read his lips. He says to the guy twice, "It's rigged. It's rigged." Even the NFL coaches and players know, but they're afraid to speak out because they don't want to get charged $500,000. So you're a bit freer to criticize the officials in English Premier League soccer. You should have that in the NFL. Players should be able to say anything they want about the officials. All right, Love Trumpy, how you doing? Rexy, you're welcome. I'm glad I came on. Paul Martins, horse collar tackle on a quarterback is legal if he's in the pocket. Yes. Yes, it is. Weird rules. You want to protect the quarterbacks. Why don't you just make intentional grounding illegal? So, all right, doesn't look like I'm going to be doing a Seahawks video today because I think Blake and Brian are going to do their show. Tonight, Toxically Masculine Tuesday with the crew. Brooks will still not be joining us, but we will be doing TMT at a later date. We will be live streaming the vice presidential debate tonight. Hopefully it won't be as much of a marathon as the last presidential debate. All right, we'll see you then. Love you guys. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for the Rumble rant.